Waterloo in the shape of a small piece of ice on the doorstep of Mr. and Mrs. Ernest W. Stanley of Massaga, Ohio. We're in the newspaper, Ernest. The idol of the airwaves rests until further notice in the home of Mr. and Mrs. Stanley as a surprise Christmas gift for the Stanleys. Possibility Christmas may be postponed this year.
Daisy, I can't wait any longer.
Ernest, he's coming out just any minute. Oh, and H.G. Wells called this morning from London, and we are in Time magazine. Oh, he's only getting up this morning. He's had quite a shock, you know, and he's been in bed for 2 full weeks. He'll certainly have to rest a while, Ernest.
Well, I'm sure it's a great honor, his being in our house. But it is a little upsetting. Phone going all the time, bells ringing, messengers running in and out.
Pardon me, Miss Stanley. Have the cigarettes come yet?
They're on their way. My son went for them.
Oh, thank you.
This is Miss Cutler, Mr. Whiteside's secretary.
Hello, Miss Cutler.
Hello. How do you do?
How are you?
May I move this chair?
Oh, you mean he's coming out now?
Oh, he is indeed.
I am so excited, I don't know what to do. He's coming out. Oh, good morning, Dr. Bradley.
Good morning, good morning. Well, here we are, merry and bright and happy. Miss Cutler, bring the patient in, please. I may vomit.
I'm Mrs. Ernest Stanley, remember? And this is Mr. Stanley.
How do you do, Mr. Whiteside? I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you. I'm suing you for $150,000.
What? How's that?
I said I'm suing you for $150,000.
You mean because you fell on our steps, Mr. Whiteside?
Samuel J. Leibowitz will explain it to you in court.
In court?
And now, Mrs. Stanley, I have a few small matters to discuss with you. Since this corner druggist has told me that I'm going to be confined to this morbid mortuary for at least another 10 days due to your stupidity and negligence, I'm going to have to try and conduct my affairs as well as possible. I will need the exclusive use of this room and that drafty sewer you call the library. No one is to come in or out of this room while I'm in it.
What do you mean, sir?
We have to go up the stairs to get to our rooms, Mr. Whiteside.
Well, don't you have a back entrance?
Well, yes.
Well, then use that. I shall also require a room for my secretary, Miss Cutler. And let me see, there will be many incoming and outgoing calls, so no one is to use the telephone. And I sleep until noon. And I must have quiet throughout the house through that hour. 5 will be here for dinner. And where's the cook?
Mr. Whiteside, if I may interrupt for a moment.
You may not, sir. Take your hands off my chair. You've got the touch of a sex-starved cobra. Now, if you will all quietly leave, or shall I have my secretary pass among you with a baseball bat?
Now look here, Mr. Whiteside.
There is nothing to discuss, sir, considering all the damage that I have incurred at your hands, I'm really asking very little.
I'll call you from
Good day.
the office later, Daisy.
Not on this phone, please. Here's the menu.
But I've already ordered lunch.
It will be sent up to you on a tray. Where are the cigarettes?
My son went for them. I don't know.
Well, I think I can safely leave you with Miss Cutler in capable hands. And shall I look upon you again this afternoon?
If you do, I'll spit right in your eye.
Ah, what a sense of humor you have! For writers, I don't understand. By the way, I've been really worth mentioning, I don't know, but I have been doing a little writing myself about my medical experiences.
Shall I be spared nothing?
Would it be too much to ask of you to glance over it, my portfolio?
Trapped.
I just may have a copy. I think I do. Well, here it is. I just happen to have it with me. It's a story of the humble practitioner or the 40 years of Ohio doctor.
I shall lose no time in reading it, if you get what I mean.
Well, thank you. I hope you like it. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Keep the hip quiet and don't forget the little pills. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Maggie, would you take this 40 years under the navel or whatever else it's called?
Well, I must say, you have certainly behaved with your usual charm.
Listen, Puss, I am in no mood to discuss my behavior, good or bad. I had no desire to cross this cheerless threshold. I was hounded and badgered to do so. And now I find myself, after 2 weeks of excruciating pain, being accused of behaving without charm. What would you have me do? Kiss them?
Very well, Sherry. After 10 years, I should have known better than to try to do anything about your manners. But when I finally do give up this job, I may write a book about it called Through the Years with Prince Charming.
Listen, Repulsive, you're tied to me with an umbilical cord of piano wire. And now, if we may dismiss the discussion of my charm, which, by the way, I receive $1,500 an appearance, perhaps we can go to work.
Well, okay, here's some telegrams.
I'm Harriet Stanley. I know you are Sheraton Whiteside. I saw this holly, and I remembered that you I saw this holly framed green against the pine trees. I remembered that you had written about Tess and the Jude of Obscure. It was the best present I could bring you.
What was that?
That was Mr. Stanley's sister, Harriet. I talked to her a few times. She is a little strange.
Strange. She's right out of the Hound of the Baskervilles. You know, I think I've seen that face before.
Oh.
Yes. As a young woman, she murdered her lover. She was declared insane, institutionalized, And now, recently, she's been released to the care of her brother.
Oh, nonsense. It couldn't be.
Oh, well, let's get to work. Press this in the doctor's book, would you please? Where are those telegrams now? Thank you. Well, I see no reason why I should endorse maiden-form brassieres. What date is this?
It's December the 10th.
Send a wire to Columbia Broadcasting. You can schedule my Christmas Eve broadcast from the New York studios. I'll be going to New York from here instead of proceeding to Hollywood. Stop. For my New Year's Eve broadcast, I will have Yasha Heifetz, Catherine Cornell, Schiaparelli, The Luntz, and Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie from London, England on shortwave. Whiteside.
Are you sure you'll be all right at Christmas, Sherry?
Of course I will. Send the cable to Mahatma Gandhi. Dear Poo-Poo. Schedule changed. Can you meet me, Calcutta, July 12th? Dinner, 8:30, Whiteside. Oh, and a letter to, a wire to the editor of the Atlantic Monthly. Dear Stinky, don't worry. Copy will arrive. Whiteside. And Arturo Toscanini, where is he? Where is he?
I'll find him.
Counting on you for my annual benefit, January 4th, Metropolitan Opera House. Home for paroled convicts. And you know that this is a very worthy cause, very close to my heart. My guests will be Tibbet, Rethberg, Martinelli, and Flagstaff. And each of them have promised me personally to appear. Whiteside. Oh, can you have a quiet dinner with me, with Ethel Barrymore afterwards? If that's for Mrs. Stanley, hang up, or she's too drunk to talk. She's too drunk to talk.
Hello? What? Hollywood?
Hey, if that's Sam Goldwyn, hang up.
Hello, Banjo.
Banjo, give me that phone.
Banjo, you old so-and-so. How are you, darling?
Give me that, come on.
Shut up, Sherry. Are you coming east, Banjo? I miss you. Oh, he's gonna live.
Stop driveling and give me the phone.
In fact, he's screaming at me right now.
How are you, you fawns behind? And what are you going to give me for Christmas? Oh boy. What news, Banjo? How's the picture coming? How's Groucho and Hump Gummo? Oh, no. I'm all right. Yes, I'm in very good hands. I've got the best horse doctor in town. What about you? Are you having any fun? Playing any cribbage? What? Well, don't take all his money. Leave a little bit for me. Your what? Having your portrait painted? By whom? Milt Gross, the cartoonist? Oh, really? No, I'm going back to New York. I'll be there for 12 days. Then I'm going to Dartmouth for the drama festival. The drama festival. Oh, you wouldn't understand. No. Well, I can't waste my time talking to Hollywood riffraff. Or kiss Luella Parsons for me, would you? And you know where. Bye. He took $1,400 from Sam Goldwyn at cribbage last night. And then Sam said, Banjo, I'm not going to play garbage with you again.
What's all this about having his portrait painted?
Ah, Salvador Dali.
Here's a cable from that dear friend of yours, Lorraine.
Let me see.
Sherry, my poor sweet lamb, have been in Scotland for a shooting party with Lord and Lady Cunard, and only just heard about your poor sweet hip. Am down here in Surrey with Lord Bottomley, sailing Wednesday on the Normandy, and cannot wait to see my poor sweet Sherry. Your blossom girl, Lorraine. In the words of the master, I may vomit.
Well, don't be bitter, Puss, because, just because Lorraine is more beautiful than you are.
Lorraine Sheldon is a very fair example of that small, vicious circle you move in.
Pure sex jealousy, if I ever saw it. Give me the rest of those. Ah. It's from Destiny's Top.
Oh, England's little rover boy.
Dear baby breath, what's this I hear about a hip fractured in some bordello brawl? Does that mean that the Hollywood Christmas party is off? Finish the play in Pango Pango and it's superb. Myself and a ukulele leave Honolulu in that order. By the way, the Sultan of Zanzibar wants to meet Ginger Rogers. Let's face it, Beverly Carlton.
He does travel, doesn't he? You know, it'd be nice if the world revolves around Beverly Carlton for a change.
Hollywood next week? Well, why doesn't he stop over here on his way to New York? Send him a cable. Beverly Carlton, Royal Hawaiian Hotel, Honolulu. If these people insist on using the front door,
Well, what do you want them to do? Use a rope ladder?
I will not have a lot of mildewed pus bags running in and out of this house while I'm a prisoner here. Lock the door.